First up, we've got Poetic. What the? This has got to be the cheapest case I've recently bought, and I'm actually pretty disappointed because it's the first time I've ever bought one from Poetic. And in case you don't know what it is the Carbon series. Very popular name for phone cases. It just doesn't look very good at all. Not only that, it turns almost to this blocky look overall. Not even that, but just at the back, the way that looks and the way it's molded together. It's not very pleasing to the eye for me. And I know a lot of people like this case for other phones, but it's a no-go for me. I didn't even use this at all after it came in. Once I tried it on here, I put it back in the packaging, and it's going back. Button feel though, I mean, it's all right. You know, again, it's ugly though, so I don't even care what the buttons feel like on this. Lip wise, put it back on there in case. Yeah, not a whole lot going on there. I'm sure it protected a little bit in a drop. Moving on from there, we've got one from Oneplus, which this is the first time I've ever bought a case directly from them, and this is the mesh, as you can tell. And this is what I originally, the first one I bought for this phone, because I was like, man, I remember that from like the Droid Turbo. That was a very unique feeling phone. However, you know, it's one of those things where is it going to be all that durable? Probably not. I think this case was around $20 or $25. Is it really worth it? I would say you probably might be better off trying. There's a couple on Amazon for like $10. Just because it always feels a little like it's hard for me to hold on to with that nylon feel. So it's not what I'm going to use a lot. And the button feel is a little mushy, little on the flat side for the buttons there. So despite probably being the most unique feeling, it's just not the case for me. And it goes pretty decently, I guess, with the silk white phone. And all the cutouts are just fine on that. And not much of any lip. Most of these don't have anything there. So moving on from that, like I said, we're going to make this a pretty short video. That one's to, whoops, whoa, hit my stand. Another carbon case, but of course this is the one from Oneplus. This has been kind of my go-to case so far. Now honestly, I think this is a pretty premium looking case. I just don't think it goes too great with the silk white. Looks great of course on the midnight black or the shiny black or whatever that one is. Button wise, maybe a little better than the mesh case. Of course all the cutouts are just fine, pretty easy to get to there. Not much of any lip. It's got a pretty good in-hand feel though, you know, as far as grip and everything wise. It's that good in-between where it's not too tacky or not too slick either. So I definitely like this, and it provides at least a little bit of drop protection overall. So that's, like I said, that's been one of my go-to cases so far. Now, I mainly bought this one, also from Oneplus, the red silicone, because I knew it would go pretty well with the white. One of the reasons I almost didn't get it, though, was there's absolutely nothing on the bottom. Now, this is different from the others in that it is basically a hard shell with a silicone coating over top of it. So it's a little different. One of the things I really do like, though, listen to that. Man. That's got some tactile feel to it there. Very clicky. Really like that. Definitely something that's going to get pretty dirty because of the type of material, so you're going to have to clean it. I noticed that after a couple days. This has got pretty good grip to it, so much in fact that depending on the pants that you wear, I'm going to be pretty honest, it actually has pulled the liner out of the top sometimes, namely my work pants, which are from Cintas. But I found that kind of interesting because it does pick up a bit of lint too from your pocket as well. So maybe I just need to clean my pockets out. But anyways, yeah, like I said, this is not a very protective case at all, but it's definitely one I want to keep just because it has such a good feel to it with the buttons and everything. So I like it in that. And it's not very expensive either, so just don't drop it with it on it. So that's going to finish that up for Oneplus cases. Got another first timer for me. That is Tudia. This is the Arch something like that. It's a Frosted Arch S, no idea. It's the only somewhat clear case I bought for this phone, surprisingly, so far. And it actually looks like it probably should kind of glow in the dark, honestly. It's got that kind of frosted vibe to it. Now, it is a little, on the back, a little slippery. They did, even though you're not going to be able to really see it on here, it is ridged on the side, which kind of looks weird the way it is. It's printed on there, but it does add a little bit to that. Button feel, pretty decent. Kind of the same lips you get with the rest. All the cutouts are good. A little bit more cutout than you probably get on the OnePlus cases. I really like the one for the fingerprint reader and the camera, because it's not just an oblong, going around it there. It's actually cut out completely around it versus all these. A little bit more unique in that aspect. The biggest complaint about this one, though, is you probably might have been able to see it, someone else turning it. This happened. This is a couple of hours at work. It is dirty already. So this is not one I can use every day just because I'll have to clean it all the time. So keep that in mind. I guess that's something to do with the frosted look. So it does show dirt pretty easily. And I do have somewhat of a desk job. So it's not like I'm actually working on cars myself. I just handle the parts for them. Lastly, but not least, kind of the classic for some. I feel like a lot of people don't buy these anymore. I may be wrong. I just don't see a lot of folks with Otterbox anymore, probably because of the cost and then how bulky they are. And this is definitely a bulky case. Pretty much lose anything as far as the feel that you get from the OnePlus with the curved edges with this, and access is also a little bit more limited to stuff. I mean, is it a bad case? No, you get that same kind of stiff, maybe it'll break in feel that you get with most Otterbox. Very thick back, as you can tell. Your alert slider is pretty much useless unless you kind of turn it on the side here. It's no more, unless you're really good. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you kind of can, but it just feels like a little bit more of a struggle there because it's very close to that edge. I feel like they could design that a little bit better. And, the cutout, it's not bad. It's a lot of bulk to the back, but you still don't get anything up here for protection. I know they used to put that big lip on the Defender. This is, I believe, the Commuter. But, I mean, it does take away so much from this phone. I definitely feel like I have a lot older phone in my hand when using this, so I don't know that I would keep it. Everything else, access-wise, your typical flaps that are annoying that I would cut off is there. It's just nothing special about it. Yeah, do I feel like I could throw it more on the desk than some of the others and be protected? Yeah, probably, but $30, it might be one I keep. Jury's still out. Again, it takes away from anything good, as far as in-hand feel that the OnePlus has using that case. But as far as my rating on these and order, okay, this is garbage. The Carbon Poetic. We already know that. I'd probably say this would be the one I would use the most. Next up, we'll switch that out. That one's going to be a distant one. I don't know if I'm going to keep that one just because it's a little bit harder to hold on to. And this was under $9 with a coupon, so I'll probably keep that too. And then this would definitely be last because that is very, very bulky. So that's just a quick video I wanted to make. A lot more cases seem like they're out there for the OnePlus 6 than the 5T. So I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. So later.